Hi, I'm Casey Haws, Director of Haws Integrated. Today we're going to walk through the ANSI Z358.1 Safety Equipment Performance Checklist.
The ANSI standard is published by the International Safety Equipment Association, or ISEA, and approved by American National Standards Institute, or ANSI. It establishes minimum performance and use requirements for eye, face wash, and shower equipment. To keep up with changing environments, ANSI was recently revised in 2014. This video checklist will assist the viewer in understanding the requirements included in the Z358.1 standard. Within the ANSI standard are details on the installation, performance, maintenance, training, and testing of emergency equipment. When discussing these topics, we will focus on emergency eye washes, eye face washes, showers, and combination units. While each type of emergency equipment has unique guidelines within the standard, there are numerous requirements that apply to all. To start, we will cover these shared requirements. The station must be accessible within 10 seconds of a hazard and on the same level as the hazard to provide immediate access. In addition, the path to the station must be free of obstructions. A single step into an enclosure where the equipment can be accessed is not considered an obstruction. It must be designated by highly visible signage and installed in a well-lit location at all times. When ready to be used, the station's valve must activate from off to on in 1 second or less and remain in the open position. To encourage proper use, flushing fluid should be tepid, and the delivery of flushing fluid must be for a full 15 minutes. Tepid is defined as a temperature between 60 and 100 degrees Fahrenheit, or 16 to 38 degrees Celsius. Lastly, and importantly, all equipment must be activated weekly and inspected annually to assure conformance. An eye wash is a device used to provide fluid to irrigate and flush the eyes only, while an eye face wash is a device that provides irrigation and flushing to the eye and face simultaneously. Installation is an important part of compliance. Emergency eye and eye face washes should be installed and positioned so the flushing fluid flow pattern is no less than 33 inches and no greater than 53 inches from the ground, or 83.8 centimeters to 134.6 centimeters for those who use metrics. When not in use, the eye face wash outlets should be protected from external contaminants with a cover. When in use, plumbed units shall be capable of delivering flushing fluid at a minimum of 0.4 gallons or 1.5 liters per minute for eye washes and 3 gallons or 11.4 liters per minute for eye face washes. In addition, the flushing fluid of an eye wash and eye face wash shall cover the areas between the interior and exterior of a gauge at some point less than 8 inches or 20.3 centimeters above the eye wash nozzle. Lastly, the flushing fluid shall be provided to both eyes in a simultaneously non-harmful manner. An emergency shower is a device specifically designed and intended to deliver flushing fluid in a sufficient volume to cause that fluid to cascade over the entire body. A properly performing shower shall be capable of delivering flushing fluid at a minimum of 20 gallons or 75.7 liters per minute. It is pertinent that the showers provide a fluid column or dispersion pattern of flushing fluid that is 20 inches or 50.8 centimeters wide and 60 inches or 152.4 centimeters above the surface floor of the user. The shower head must be 82 inches to 96 inches or 208.3 centimeters to 243.8 centimeters above the ground. Similar to the eye and eye face washes, the valve shall be simple to go from off to on in 1 second or less, and the actuator cannot be more than 69 inches or 173.3 centimeters from the ground. Emergency showers shall be designed, manufactured, and installed in such a manner that, once activated, they can be used without requiring the use of the operator's hands. In addition, emergency showers shall be constructed of materials that will not corrode in the presence of a flushing fluid. and stored fluid should be protected against airborne contaminants. A combination unit is an interconnected assembly of an eye wash or eye face wash and shower supplied by a single source of flushing fluid. Components of a combination eye face wash and shower unit shall operate individually and simultaneously in accordance with eye and eye face wash performance requirements and emergency shower performance requirements discussed in previous segments. These systems should be connected to a system capable of supplying adequate flushing fluid to meet the requirements of both an eye face wash and shower when all components are operating simultaneously. This is a particularly challenging requirement when you consider the possibility of multiple concurrent casualties in a given area of the plant. To comply with ANSI standards at the best-in-class level and avoid potential serious penalties, manufacturers shall provide operation, inspection, and maintenance instructions for all eye face wash, shower, and combination units. Employees who may be exposed to hazardous materials should be instructed in the location and proper use of eye face wash, shower, and combination units. The Axion MSR Eye Face Wash is the only eye wash system that is specifically designed to operate in concert with the natural function of the human eye and, not coincidentally, in complete harmony with accepted healthcare protocols. This product has a number of features that make it the obvious choice among medical practitioners. Incidentally, the MSR in the Axion MSR name stands for Medically Superior Response, and it is. The use of tepid water easily allows for the full 15 minutes of eye face wash or shower exposure required. In 2009, the International Safety Equipment Association, or ISEA, revised the Z358.1 standard to include a delivered water temperature range of 60 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 16 to 38 degrees Celsius. The solution, a thermostatic mixing valve. There are two things to look for in a mixing valve system to meet ASSE 1071 requirements. First, the mixing valve system must have a full flow bypass to compensate for hot water loss or thermostat failure. Second, the mixing valve system must provide for 100% hot water shutoff in the event of cold water supply failure. The experienced and dedicated engineering and product development teams at Haws have broadened the utilization of the Axion MSR innovative design by introducing the Axion Advantage. The Axion Advantage gives safety decision makers the ability to advance their existing emergency equipment to the best in class while not sacrificing existing ANSI compliance when properly installed. Axion Advantage is the answer to upgrading most existing eye face washes and combination units to Axion MSR technologies. The Axion Advantage kits contain the appropriate Axion replacement components to transform most competitive units to Axion MSR, as well as supplemental information that will aid the installer in assuring continued compliance to the ANSI standard. These kits will not only allow customers to change out older Haws products to newer, superior product, but will also change out many competitive products in the field today. These Advantage kits will have the necessary pieces to convert 80% of the products from competitors such as Acorn, Bradley, Encon, Guardian, and Speakman to Axion MSR.
Hi, I'm Rob Wolf. Several years ago, I worked with the Haws Corporation to launch Axion MSR emergency eye wash products. Haws recognized that traditional configurations for irrigating injured eyes were at odds with the protocols used by healthcare professionals. The eye's lacrimal system is nature's way of maintaining sufficient moisture around the eye. Any excess fluids are drained via the lacrimal puncta into the nasal cavity. Traditional eye wash designs can actually sweep contaminants toward the inner corners of the eyes where the lacrimal puncta or ocular surface drains are located. If, for example, a chemical is introduced into the eye, we want to avoid forcing the contaminant into the nasal cavity, where it can be breathed into the lungs or swallowed. Medical professionals irrigate eyes by introducing flushing fluid at the inner corners of the eyes, sweeping contaminants outward and away from the lacrimal puncta. The benefits are obvious. Axion MSR features the only inverted flow eye wash streams specifically designed to operate in concert with standard healthcare protocols. In fact, the MSR in the name stands for Medically Superior Response. In the time since they were launched, Axion MSR products have been very well accepted in commercial applications.